It's time. We're back at it. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Keys of the Castle podcast. It's been a long, long time. It's been a crazy year, to say the least. And I was hoping to be back with some video, and hopefully soon I will be. But for now, I didn't want to just not do nothing. So, wanted to jump on here and just get back at it. It's been a crazy, crazy year. A year of just ups and downs, and a year of loss. To be honest with you, as well. So, hence the really big pause in the episodes. But hopefully we'll be back at it now, pretty much for the most part. And I don't even have an agenda for today. No idea what today's episode is going to be titled or called, or what it's going to be about. Just wanted to jump straight in. I mean, there's been a lot going on in the world of Disney. I'd say the biggest thing is probably CEO transition. So there's quite a bit of things that come to mind. Quite a bit of things that have been happening with this transition. So the layoffs, the park plans, all that sort of stuff, the speculation, all that sort of stuff. So I won't be able to cover all of it, of course, in one episode, but just wanted to jump back in today and just see how it goes. So thanks so much for joining. Sit back, relax, grab your favorite snack and drink, and hang out. So Josh tomorrow. I do want to talk about this CEO transition though. I feel like it's the biggest thing, and I'll just kind of add my 2 cents on it. So, Josh tomorrow is now the CEO of Disney, and he has his background from the theme parks in terms of working with Disney. So he doesn't come from the entertainment side or the production side of things per se, the same way Bob Iger did, and coming from ABC and all that stuff. I think that's where Bob Iger came from. If I'm not, then if not, and I'm wrong, then my bad. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be a big transition. I think any transition would be a big transition because Bob Iger has been in place for such a long time. Bob Iger, for me personally, not to be too much of a downer, but I think just for my own personal taste and opinion, the Bob Iger era has probably been my least favorite era in terms of just park changes and things like that. Not that it's been all bad, like I'm pretty sure the Ratatouille ride has come out in the Bob Iger era, which is cool. That's one of my favorite movies and such a cool ride. So, yeah, not all of it has been bad. I'm not saying that, but just definitely not my favorite era. So sort of kind of happy to see it come to a close, to be honest. And I'll just add my own conspiracy theory here about the previous transition attempt to Bob Chapek. I kind of feel like the whole thing was set up. I mean, this is just my own 2 cents. This is a completely made up conspiracy just for entertainment purposes. But that's kind of my thought. My kind of thought is like, I feel like low key, potentially they negotiated Bob Chapek's kind of exit price or payout or whatever, and told him like, hey, we're gonna blame all this stuff on you. And this is a crazy conspiracy, so I know it's crazy, but I feel like they were potentially could have been like, I don't know. I get this feeling like I don't know, just that I can picture this happening just because it was just the timing of it just seemed too coincidental. Where you know, Bob Iger stepped down suddenly before his contract was over, and it just so happened to be in the kind of wake of COVID. Because I mean, COVID had obviously come out in December 2019, and I think he resigned in like, I don't know, first quarter anyway. I don't know which month, but first quarter of 2020. Um, right, it was definitely before the mid March complete and total world shutdowns. But either way, I feel like it's so easy for me to picture them just because of the way it played out and the timing and the way it played out and everything. I feel like I can so easily picture them being like, "Hey man, here's your payout. We're gonna blame everything on you. It's just you're just gonna be CEO just for a little bit, and then I'm gonna take back the reins, um, just to ride out this COVID thing." And I don't know. I feel like potentially it was a strategic thing on Disney's part on purpose. Like, here's some cash. We're gonna pay you to charge and do what's it called, reservation systems and all this stuff, and charge for this, that, and the other thing, whatever he ended up doing. Um, and then Bob Iger takes over, and all of that stuff is still in place. Like, I don't know. It all just seems a little bit too coincidental for me. So, in terms of the CEO drama, I feel like that's my little conspiracy theory, I guess. Um, but either way, I'm happy to see the Bob Iger era come to a close, and I'm excited to see what Josh Tomorrow's gonna do. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a lot of change. I feel like there's so many Disney outlets where, like, before the change happened, there's like, or like when Josh Tomorrow was first announced as like that he's going to be CEO, right? So when that was first announced, I feel like there was a lot of really popular. There were a lot of really popular Disney content creators and channels and stuff like that, kind of riding the hype of it, of like, oh, this is a huge change, and this is gonna change, this is gonna change. And then once it came closer to time, once it came closer to the time for the official changeover, it's like, oh, let's walk that back, and like, let's prepare people and let them know, like, actually, you know, things are not going to change that much. Um, and they're going to be relatively the same, and the change is going to be slow, and we're still not going to like the changes because shareholders and this and that. So, um, I don't know. I kind of disagree with any of the extremes. I think that there will definitely be some positive changes to um, the Disney parks and experiences. Hopefully, the movies also. Hopefully, that stuff gets better as well. I don't know. We'll see. And um, yeah, I mean, I think there is going to be positive change. I think at this point, any change is positive change. I feel like um, with any CEO being in place for that long, it's like things just get stagnant, and things just become the said CEO show. Like, things just kind of become the Bob Iger show, the Bob Iger plan is kind of what they had become. It's like that's how the company runs, is kind of just like the Bob Iger company in terms of like decisions made and direction and stuff like that, and just like strategy and stuff like that. So, um, even for like like everybody hates on Bob Chapek, and I'm not saying he was good, but it's like, man, even just having someone different in there just felt refreshing. Obviously, I don't think he's the right guy for the job, and I think that Josh Tomorrow, between the two Bobs and Josh, obviously I would pick Josh. Um, so That's really cool. I mean, at least he's attempting to hear um the fans when it comes to, like, say, the Avatar expansion in um California Adventure, which I will never call DCA. I'll never call it that. Um yeah, I feel like he's at least seeming like he's listening to the fans and the locals saying that they don't want Avatar in the parks. But I think I saw something that let me check here and see. I think I saw something that Monsters Inc. is closing. So I'll check on that now. And it's gonna be like destroyed. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was some kind of misunderstanding there with Josh. Because I feel like Californians, as someone who's from Southern California and lived there for most of my life, I don't think it was just that they didn't want Avatar. Like, I think it was equally that they don't want to lose Monsters Inc. Um, so yeah, like, I don't think that's gonna happen though. I don't think they're going to. I don't think Disney's gonna adhere to those wants. That I don't think they're gonna keep Monsters Inc. Or Mike and Sully to the rescue, as it were, open. Now they pushed back the planning date for closure, which is in 2027. So yeah, they're still closing it, and I thought I saw that the maybe not, maybe it's not, maybe it's not quite closing yet, but either way, either way, they definitely pushed back the close date, kind of as a way to kind of listen to the fans. And I think the idea was for Josh and the Imagineers to kind of rethink the Avatar plans and maybe come up with something else, and give the Disneyland local fans some more time to ride Monsters Inc. But I think they're still kind of missing the point, because I think it's kind of the opposite. It's like, it's not that uh, Disney fans and locals want Monsters Inc. to be. It's not that they want. It's not that Disneyland local fans don't want Avatar and then want something else in place of it. It's the opposite. It's they want to keep Monsters Inc. and want, I would say, even more Monsters Inc. Like, everyone wants Monstropolis there in California Adventure. Like, to me, that would make sense. Like, it's got the industrial vibe. Monstropolis has the industrial vibe, and I feel like you can fit that in easily into that area and into California Adventure. Now, that's not going to happen. It sucks, but that's not going to happen. It's just not. They're not going to do that. I think the biggest thing is, like, my guess is that one of the things they want to do is have different experiences that are exclusive to each Disney park. That way people visit more parks, you know. You're not going to be satisfied with Disneyland having everything because it only has the Disneyland stuff. You need to go to Florida for the Disney World stuff. And not that you can have everything from Disney World at Disneyland. I'm just saying they're not going to build Monstropolis because they just intentionally want to not do that, in my opinion. So we'll see how it goes. Josh tomorrow, I mean, he seems to, again, at least be acknowledging the fans and stuff like that, and the comments on social media of, like, so many people do not want the Avatar area in Disneyland California Adventure. And it's not for the reason that Imagineers won't do a great job. It's not for the reason that the Avatar land in Florida is not amazing. It's all about the atmosphere and the culture. Like the culture of Disneyland, especially in Southern California, is classic Disney. Like that's what we all want more of. We all want more of classic Disney, not not Avatar at Disneyland. I mean, it's the original park. It's the original Magic Kingdom, as they say. It's the original Disneyland. It's the original Disney park. So, yeah, I feel like that's very fair to want that. And again, as someone from Southern California, and Southern California, and not that annual pass holders should dictate everything, but I feel like for Southern California locals, like they don't really want to travel to other Disney parks. They have that there. So they just want the one there to be good. And I think there's a way to make the Disneyland resort great for everybody. People who are vacationing, people who enjoy both parks all the time and who have the resources and time and money and ability to do that regularly or however often. And also to make it cool for Disneyland SoCal locals. So that's my opinion on that. I saw a rumor. Now, this could just be a rumor. I think it actually is just a rumor, but I saw a post saying that like fans are wanting to change the Roger Rabbit ride cartoon spin, and they want that ride to change into something else. I don't remember what the rumors were. It was literally just rumors, so I have no idea. But it sparked a really cool idea. So we'll do a bit of armchair. I'll do a bit of armchair Imagineering right now that I thought of when I saw this, because it had me thinking about Toontown and had me thinking about Roger Rabbit's cartoon spin. Such a funny name. I always just call all the ride names just by the character names. So, Peter Pan's flight would just be Peter Pan. Snow White's Enchanted Wish or Scary Adventure is just Snow White. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is just Mr. Toad. We would just say, like, growing up, we would just say, like, hey, you want to go to Mr. Toad? So, yeah, same with Roger Rabbit. So, I just call it Roger Rabbit. But yeah, I was just thinking, and just to do a bit of armchair Imagineering or Imaginationeering on Toontown, which I've never thought of doing before. But I'm always just for fun, just thinking, how could things be better? And I've gone on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway several times now in California, and I like the ride. I don't hate it. I always enjoy it. I'm always excited to go on it. And I don't know if it's the type of ride that Disney made intentionally easy to kind of change over later. Like, I don't know if it would be maybe easy for them to completely redo the ride, say in 15, 20 years from now or something like that. Because it's mostly like projections and screens and stuff. I really don't know. I also was kind of, not to turn this into a critique on Mickey and Minnie's, but was also a little bit disappointed with the animation style. I don't know what that style is called, but the animation style of, all the characters on the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I can definitely see how if you went with just a classic style and classic characters and cartoons, I can see how that can really come out kind of like cheap looking in a way, because those characters are so common. Like, we see them everywhere. on nice things, on not nice things, on just everything. It's hard to explain it and put it into words, but I just feel like they were just like, let's not even try to make that. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but it's almost like this approach of like, let's just do something completely different so that way we don't fail at doing the best thing wrong, like doing the classic thing wrong. Maybe not. But either way, um, if I could redo Toontown, at least kind of today, if I had to kind of choose what to do, I think what I would do is I would kind of swap over the theme of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and I would make. Now, this would be kind of just for the general public, what I think would be kind of generally cool. Now, if I really went with what I would want to do is I would actually make Roger Rabbit Ride into a Goofy ride, like based on like the Goofy movie. But that's just me, and that's just because I love the Goofy movie more than anything. Um, so that's definitely what I would do. But no, if we're talking about in general, I would make that like a kid friendly, like not even as thrilling as what's it called, Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. I wouldn't make it nearly as thrilling. I'd make it super chill, laid back, almost like a Winnie the Pooh, chilled out type of ride. And I'd make that the Mickey and Minnie ride, and just have that be almost like what's it called, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse kind of ride. And then for the Mickey and Minnie Runaway Railway, I would keep that theme the same or similar. So I think the cinema is a really cool idea. Super, super, super cool. There's a lot there, and a lot of reasons why I think that's cool. But um, I'd keep that the same or similar. Even it being a train, I think would be is really cool. Um, when the train breaks up, see, this is where it gets kind of tough, because I think it would be cool to have. It would be so much cooler to have, like the individual cars, like little Mickey Mouse cars, for Roger Rabbit, where Roger Rabbit is. So if you replace Roger Rabbit with the Mickey and Minnie Mouse type of ride, or like the if you want to call them the Fab Five type of ride, if you replace that, I think it would be really cool to have the trackless ride system, just because you can do more cool stuff, more movements and stuff like that. That way, it's not just like a single track ride, like Winnie the Pooh or whatever. I think it would be really cool. Way better to do like a trackless ride system. So I think that would be cool. And obviously, the more space they can have to do that, the better. So I don't know how much you can pack into just that space that Roger Rabbit has currently. But anyway, I think that would be ideal. And then I guess to have that option on the train Runaway Railway kind of ride vehicle, I guess that's better to have the option than not to have the option. But I think I really, really, really enjoy the idea of the train, and it just feels so cool and fun on that train. Like when you're like, I love how wide those benches are on the train, on that railway, I guess you could say. Um, it's just so cool. It's such a cool look and feel, and so I would use more of the train version throughout the ride, as opposed to like the individual cars going wild. Um, and I would make the overall theme. I don't even know, to be honest. I don't know exactly, but I would make it some sort of classic uh Disney theme. So, almost like, I think it would be cool to almost make it like a Fantasia kind of a ride. I think that would work. Especially with some of the visual effects, but not just be the Fantasia ride. I think it would just be just like an overall classic Disney character ride. Um, and I don't know exactly how that would be done, but I'm just thinking some sort of mix of what's that one small documentary on Disney Plus? It's called like Once Upon a Studio, I think. It would be like a mix. Let me look it up really quick. Once Upon a Studio. Yeah, Once Upon a Studio. That little, trailer or short film on Disney Plus that came out recently. I would basically turn Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I'd keep the facade and the ride vehicle and everything. But I would change the theme and the content within the ride to like a mix of Fantasia and Once Upon a Studio. That kind of a thing where you combine like all these characters where, you know, you might see like Robin Hood and all these other characters that will never get a ride. They can have an appearance on the ride. Kind of like now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of like a bigger, better version of like the Storybook Canal, where you see all the little villages of like Aladdin and stuff like that. And I know most of those have their own rides and stuff like that. Especially now with like Frozen and stuff like that. But there's a lot that will never get a ride, and even the ones that do can make an appearance still in this ride. So I think that would be really cool to have that. Just you combine that epic classic Disney legacy. It would be like a Disney legacy ride, mixed with like the opera orchestrative cinema type piece that Fantasia is. And I think you can combine that and make it a really cool, amazing, awesome ride. I think that would be really cool. So I just thought of that the other day when I saw the rumor that people were calling for, Roger Rabbit to be something different. Now that I say it out loud, maybe it wouldn't make sense to have two different Mickey Mouse rides. So I'd say heck it, let's go with my idea. I'll go with keeping this idea for the Fantasia / Once Upon a Studio type ride, and have Mickey Mouse be the main character. He's the main man, the main mouse of Disney. And then do the freaking Goofy ride the Goofy movie ride, or just Goofy ride. I think that'd be awesome to do that with Roger Rabbit. So I don't hate Roger Rabbit at all, but I think that would be really cool and awesome to see. So I think with that, that's probably going to do it for this episode. I had a lot of fun talking about my crazy conspiracy and this new idea for Toontown. I think they should totally do it. I'm totally on board. Let me know if you'd be on board. Hopefully I'll see you back on video. Maybe I'll try to do some YouTube lives. I don't want to promise anything because I think I said on the last, handful of episodes that I was going to be doing videos and YouTube, switching over to YouTube in 2026, which has not happened. Hence this episode, but I just wanted to put something out. So, but that being said, still the goal at some point in time, but I won't put a timestamp on it, just because I don't know when that will be, and we still have some, I still have quite a bit of stuff to juggle here on the personal side of things, but I love doing this podcast, so just wanted to jump on here for this one. It's just been so crazy. Like, I even have podcasts that I have actually already recorded and just didn't have the chance to put out yet. So anyway, though, that's going to do it for today. Feel free to please like and subscribe and follow and rate the podcast and all that good stuff wherever you listen, Spotify, YouTube, wherever it is, Apple Podcasts. And thanks so much for listening if you have, and I'll leave you with one of my favorite Bible verses. As always, finally, brothers and sisters, whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable, If anything is excellent or praiseworthy, think about these things. All right, guys, thanks so much. Take care.